In my former life, I was a relatively famous or popular lawyer in New Orleans and parts of the United States. And then I came to Bishkek, as I said in an earlier video, and I became an expert in vodka and an expert vodka tester. And now I think it's fair to say it. I could say this without fear of being contradicted. I'm certain that I am the best barman in Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan. My friends come often to try cocktails that I make. Some of them I invent, some of them are homemade, some of them are famous. Anyway, today I thought I would make a cocktail, but explain it to you. I was in Dubai recently where I work, and I went into an alcohol store, and by happenstance I found an alcohol called Peychaud's Aperitivo. It's wonderfully popular in New Orleans, and it was inexpensive, so I bought several bottles of Peychaud's, and then I decided I would figure out what cocktails to make of it because I didn't remember exactly what it used. And I figured it out, and I will show you how to make it. This is Peychaud's. This is an unopened bottle. This bottle has the same alcohol in it. You know, great cooks or cookers, they just ad lib. I mean, they don't follow recipes. They just know how to do it. And I'm one of those barmen. I don't use measuring sticks or shot glasses. I don't measure the ounces in the alcohol. I just do what looks good. Anyway, we're going to start by putting some Peychaud's in the bottom of these glasses. That's about enough. Just guessing. It's sort of an orange-red liqueur. In the original famous recipe in New Orleans, which is a French city, the next ingredient was always a French champagne, I think called Lillet. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, in lieu of using French champagne, there are Russian champagnes, which are very good here in Bishkek, not so expensive, and for purposes of mixing cocktails, they work perfectly. This doesn't look like a champagne bottle, but in truth, it's champagne, Russian champagne, not Coca-Cola. We'll try a little bit of champagne. Now, that's pretty good as it is. One of the things that you typically mix in New Orleans cocktails is something called bitters. And this is a bottle of bitters. I will use just a bit. And to make this even more French and more tasty, I'm using a French liqueur called Cointreau. It's an orange flavored liqueur, very famous. It's one of the principal ingredients in a cosmopolitan cocktail. And these cocktails are not so different. In Hit and Miss, I found that using a little bit of Cointreau gave it some punch. Not too much. And like most good cocktails, you cannot use lemon, you have to use lime as the last ingredient. So I'm going to cut some lime wedges and squeeze some lime into each of these cocktails. These are clean limes, so I'm throwing them into the glass. Well, clean enough. With the alcohol, it'll kill any problems that they had. And then we'll stir them a bit. Like any American cocktail, you need ice, maybe a little bit more ice. And voila, a Harvey Beck, Peychaud, New Orleans cocktail, specially made for my friend Maksat, my wife Maral, and me. And we will check these out and see if they're as good as I think they might be. Actually, let me take a quick taste just to be sure that they're perfect. Life doesn't get too much better than that. Okay, we would drink them. See if you can drink it. For Harvey, for Alanchik, for his beautiful family, and for our friendship. Thank you for all these memorable times, years which we are spent together as friends, and these are one of the greatest times in my life, one of the greatest memories I have. And as usual, his cocktails are the best. Best in Bishkek? Best in Bishkek, maybe in the world. Truly, is it okay? It's really
one of the best cocktails which I have.
It's great. I mean, it really is good.